Hey guys, it's Nova here again with another episode of Charlie Chats. Today I wanted to talk to you about how I sort and store my perler beads. Now, regardless of your skill level, I know you've experienced this before, where you've got a project in mind that has a lot of colors, but you don't want to buy individual packs of beads. So you go and buy like a huge jar of beads with all different types of assorted colors. You get started on your project and you see that you'll need 30 pink, 40 yellow, 50 of a specific green. Then you start to dig. How much time does it take to dig to find the specific beads that you need for your project? Sometimes you may not even have enough beads even after sorting through the whole jar. Now, I'm not ragging on jars of perler beads because they are actually quite cost effective if you do the math. A bag of 6,000 beads usually costs $10, whereas a jar of 22,000 beads costs $15. You could buy 2 jars for $30 and receive 44,000 assorted beads, or you can get 3 bags of 6,000 beads for the same price. That's a difference of 26,000 beads. When I first started making perlers, I bought myself 2 of these jars. I was completely new to perler making, and because of that I wanted to have a whole slew of colors that I could work with. The only problem being that many of my initial projects required no more than 5 colors to make the piece. I remember digging and digging for purples and solid pinks, getting frustrated when I'd find the translucent pinks instead. So I thought to myself, alright, I have to sort this jar out. I can't be constantly digging for beads I may not even have. I'd look at the jar, 95% full, and one that's 100% full right next to it. I knew this would be a daunting task. I used a few organizers that I had from when I used to buy pony bead sets. I had no clue how many different colors these jars really had. Almost every color had 2 or more different shades to them. This was going to be tough. Using the organizers, I started sorting them out. Each color I picked out, I put in an empty spot. I gave up an hour later. I never really gave sorting a fair shot after that. The bigger my projects got, I decided to simply buy bags of specific colors if I knew for sure I was going to be using a lot of that color. The beads in the jars ended up being used for smaller projects, like perlers for singles. Despite this, I started to feel like the jars were a waste. They would just sit there, not being used for the most part. Sometimes I would just avoid certain projects because I knew I'd have to dig to get the colors I needed. So I decided to start sorting out the beads again, and I think I have a good system going. Let me share with you my process. You'll need some sort of shallow tray. In this case, I use the top of a shoebox. The sides are nice and short, so you don't feel like you're going in deep to get beads. You'll also need something to put beads in. You can use bowls, Tupperware, anything you have. In this case, I'm using drawers from my storage cabinet because that's the obvious choice for me. You're also going to need another big container, something you can put a lot of beads in at once, and also something that is easy to pour. I like to use shoeboxes or other jars like the ones I have here, which in another life used to be full of snacks. You can also use tweezers if you prefer using them over sorting by hand. Last but not least, put on some good music. I like to listen to trance when sorting because its repetitive nature kind of syncs with what I'm doing, but you can play whatever you like. To start, lay your tray down on your workspace. Take your jar of beads and lightly pour the beads onto the tray. Do not put too many beads to where the beads are on top of each other, or you're not able to move the beads around freely. Take your tweezers or your hands and start sorting your beads, looking only for specific colors. Now, it's important to establish what beads you're going to be sorting before you start. If you're going to try to sort all the colors out at the same time, you're going to have a bad time. You know how the human brain can only remember 7 numbers in a sequence? I think that's the same with sorting too. With me at least. Having to worry about 16 different colors can be daunting and you're going to have a headache. Instead, try going for a color and that color's shades. In this video, you'll see me sorting out my yellow beads. I only have 4 colors to worry about, and I know exactly what I'm looking for in a sea of colors. Doing this keeps you focused, and when you start sorting beads this way, your jar of beads will get smaller in size and in color, which means it's going to take less time to sort your beads out every time you complete a color. When you're done sorting out the colors, pour the remaining beads in an empty container and then repeat the process over. Once you've completed finding all of a specific color in your jar, you can start over again by pouring beads out of this newly full container. Repeat until you're left with no beads left. Once all your beads are sorted, where do you keep them? You can use whatever you'd like. Ziploc bags, portable organizers, small containers. What I use are 2 plastic cabinets by Akro-Mils. Each cabinet comes with 6 large drawers and 20 small drawers, giving me 52 drawers to work with. If you're interested in buying one yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below. Akro-Mils makes cabinets that go from as small as 16 drawers to a whopping 64. Having these cabinets has benefited my perler making experience. It's definitely saved me a lot of time that I'd usually be spending digging through jars, trying to find the beads I need. I'm really able to gauge if I have enough beads for the job, and if I need to buy more. I'm also able to dictate what projects I want to do because it's easier to see how much beads I have, and I can choose which projects to start based on that. Do you have a different way of sorting and storing beads? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it will help you if you've had problems in the past with sorting. Try to make sorting beads a part of your daily routine. Even if it's just 10 minutes of your day, slowly and surely you'll be able to consolidate your beads and you'll have a more organized work area. You'll also save time trying to find beads because you'll know exactly where they are. If you liked this video, I would appreciate it if you'd give it a like, and if you could share and comment this video, it would mean the world to me. If you're a new viewer, I upload videos every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, so make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can check out iHeart Raves, Amazing Lights, Glow Effects, and On-Cue Apparel for all your raver needs. Links down in the description below. Use the promo code dailykandi at any of those sites to get a percentage off your purchase. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.